Hey guys, Arctic Asian here. Want to share with you a little bit about the actual Arctic Asian, and particularly the icon on the logo, the six-pointed star that represents the 6 degrees of wellness. So over the years, right, 25 years in practice, and I've done a lot of research, particularly how to access and gain longevity, optimal well-being, reduce our risk of chronic disease, and then share that information with my audience, community, and patients. And I just want to share with you briefly the one of the points of the stars represents something called reprogramming. So in order to gain a better level of health, it's critical that you understand that your brain runs a daily program, and it runs a default program based on many, many years of childhood rearing, growing up. Your brain just took information, environmental information, and then used it to play back your current program, a program that expresses itself in your physiology, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. And some of those programs might serve us, some of those programs deter us from attaining optimal health. So it's critical that you spend some time each day programming your brain for what you want, whether it's, again, in the mental realm, physical realm, the emotional realm, right? Your brain runs the show. And if you don't program it for what you want, then you get whatever your brain default program is, okay? And in most cases, that program is not going to foster optimal health. In fact, most of the time, your brain is running a program based on fight or flight physiology because of all the different stressors that we have that present themselves to us on a daily basis. So how to reprogram your brain? Meditation is one way. Chiropractic care is another way. Yoga, Tai Chi, journaling, walking in nature, right? All these activities help to stimulate and foster activity of something called your vagus nerve. And your vagus nerve is the primary nerve through which your parasympathetic nervous system operates. And your parasympathetic system controls healing, growth, repair, recuperation, digestion. So it's your healing, growth, and repair nerve. And when the fight or flight system is active, then your healing, growth, and repair system is less active. It's not completely dormant, but it's like a dimmer switch, right? So when your fight or flight's active, the healing, growth, and repair system is in the back seat, so to speak. And so that system needs to be active and needs to have its role in a 24-hour rhythm. So that way the damage, the cellular damage, right, all the stress that you encountered throughout the course of your day, you go to sleep, and that's when your healing, growth, and repair system should kick in. So there's a term that I want to introduce you to called neuroplasticity. And when you get adjusted, when you're meditating, when you're doing things to foster healing, growth, and repair, you are creating essentially a new neural network, right? You're creating new nerves. And by enhancing the connections that foster healing, growth, and repair, you ensure that you have good pathways that will support your mental, physical, and emotional health in a regenerative and a restorative capacity. Because if you're not voluntarily engaging in activities that program those pathways, then what happens is the dominant pathways run your physiology. And in this case, it'd be the fight or flight pathways. And when they run your physiology, you don't heal well, you don't recover well, you don't recuperate well, your immune system falters, your sleep is horrible, your digestion suffers. And these, by the way, are all reasons why the most commonly prescribed medication are those medications that result from a physiology that is spent predominantly in fight or flight. Because when you're in fight or flight, your blood pressure is going to go up, your cholesterol is going to go up, you're going to feel depressed, you're not going to sleep well, and you're going to have digestive problems. So if you look at the most commonly prescribed medications, they all fall in line with that level of physiology. My goal and my mission, part of it, is to assist people in addressing the root cause of chronic illness, which in many cases is an imbalance in the autonomic nervous system, right? An imbalance between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic arms of the nervous system. So, once again, the only way to ensure that you have adequate time, right? In other words, you're getting good vagal tone, your parasympathetic system has adequate time to enact healing, growth, and repair programs, is you have to spend time daily stimulating and initiating those programs, right? And again, I will tell you, right, as my professional opinion as a chiropractor, and the research that I've done shows that chiropractic adjustments are one excellent tool to have in your toolbox to help maintain adequate activity and adequate what's called vagal tone. Now, it is not a panacea, right? It is simply a tool. There are other tools that you absolutely need to avail yourself of in order to ensure that your body has the ability to develop some level of adaptability and resiliency based on the level of stress that you encounter on a daily basis. Because most of us, right, will suffer illness as a result of repetitive, chronic, day-to-day micro-trauma and stress, because we're not healing adequately from that stress. So when you heal adequately, instead of being like an egg where your shell gets cracked every day, you become more like a rubber ball. And so you develop a certain level of resiliency that you can just bounce around when stress hits you, as opposed to getting your shell cracked, right? So again, the term is neuroplasticity, super important. Make sure you're taking time and you construct a daily program a daily routine and rhythms that allow you to program your brain and nervous system for optimal health and well-being. So, all right, I will come to you over the next week with other elements of the 6 degrees of wellness. But other than that, have a great day.